Miguel comes in. Miguel, he says, I'm 22 years old and currently in my last year of college. If you could go back in time, what is something you wished you could tell yourself at my age that you wished you knew? Miguel, I'm really glad that you asked this question. There's one thing that I did know and have done really well, and I'm going to give you that. And then there's one that I would go back and I would tell myself. Let me start with the thing that I did well. What I did well is that I said yes. I think too many times young people today in your position think that, you know, the job or the tasks that they do at their job have to be exactly what they want to do forever and ever, and they've got to be passionate about it and blah, blah, blah. That's not the case, okay? You have to work to a point where you get to a point and to a position where you can have one of those jobs or careers. So I said yes to a lot of things, in particular in broadcasting. Let me give you a quick story. When I first got a chance to make broadcasting a career, I had a chance to do a local radio show in Denver, Colorado. They agreed to pay me, I think it was like $16,000 a year. I didn't even see all that $16,000 a year, but that was fine. Why? Because the experience was better than the actual pay. I didn't attach the value of that job to the pay. I attached the value of that job to the experience. So I said yes to it. When I was doing television, I said yes to everything. They said, hey, would you want to do Colorado Rockies pregame and postgame as an analyst? You were a former minor league baseball player. I said, yep, you bet. Do you want to do sidelines for a high school football game? Absolutely. Do you want to interview this person? Yes. Okay. Do you want to do analysts in the booth? Yes, absolutely. I did everything to the point where all of a sudden I was a host. I was on radio. I hosted the Rockies pregame and postgame show at a later time. I came to Fox and hosted shows. Long story short, I said yes, and I tried my best. I was not too proud to try things and to say yes and to do things to the best of my ability. That's number one. Number two, and this is the advice that I wish I would have had. Don't wish away time. All you kids in college, young people in college, if you're just getting out of college, it's really easy to wish away time. And it's really easy to wish away time throughout your 20s and even in your 30s. And let me give you an example. It's very easy to constantly long for the moment that you meet the person that you're going to marry. It's easy to long for the time once you're married for okay, well, when are we going to have kids? And then you have kids and you say okay, well, when is that job going to come up? And only if I can get this job. And now the kid is here and, oh man, only if the kid sleeps through the night. And, oh man, it'll be much better when we can get out of that car seat and into a booster. Don't wish away time. Be in the moment. Be in the moment. Enjoy every period of your life as best you can because it's the only one you got. And I know I'm only 41 and this sounds like someone that's 80 years old at the end of his career, but don't wish away time. My sons now are getting bigger and bigger every single day. They're 11, 9, and 6 years old. I would do anything to take my 11-year-old and make him 6 again. He spent more time in my house now already than he will spend in the next few years before he leaves to college. That breaks my heart. Enjoy every day for every day. Be where your feet are at and really do your best in that moment. So that's my best advice to you, Miguel. Last one before we get out of here in the mailbag. This says, Zion, is Remember the Titans the greatest football movie of all time? I got to take a big old drink of tea here. No, it's not. Remember the Titans is really good, but there's only 2 movies, football movies, that can be discussed as the greatest football movies ever. If your answer doesn't start with the program or Varsity Blues, then we might not be able to be friends. The program is easily that's where I went right away. And then it's Varsity Blue creeps in and it's well, that was pretty good too. And are they both over the top? Yes. Yes, of course they're both over the top. They're so far over the top, it's not even funny. But that's what makes them so great. That's what makes them so great. Darnell Jefferson? Come on. Carrying the football around campus? Are you kidding me? Like, there were so many Alvin Mack in the program is the best. It's the best. It's the best. The quarterback who's like on the edge, riding the motorcycle. I mean, the boosters giving the money and the envelopes. So, like, by the way, college football, guess what we never did? We never got together and like had a what do they even call it? Like a jacket event, you know, like a business event after the game. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. And I still love it. The program is phenomenal. And Varsity Blues, are you kidding me? Johnny Moxon with his terrible Texas accent? I mean, come on. Oop-de-oop left. Oop-de-oop. Oop-de-oop. What do we do? I mean, Bud Kilmer? Those two movies are amazing. And I'm sorry, like, Remember the Titans just doesn't quite equal up to those movies. In close second, the tier where Remember the Titans would fall would be in that tier with like Rudy, Any Given Sunday, and then Remember the Titans. That's the next tier. Okay. Now, if you disagree, please hit me up on Twitter. You can hit me up at Joel Klatt. Rudy is pretty good. Like, I was a walk-on, so they glorified the walk-on deal a little bit too much, right? Like, it is what it is. Any Given Sunday, just for the sake that speech, the Pacino speech in Any Given Sunday goes down as one of the great speeches in the history of football movies or any movie. On this team, we fight for that inch. I love that speech. Love that speech. Remember the Titans is pretty good. It's pretty good. And then you get into like your like Water Boys and like Longest Yard and Unnecessary Roughness. And those are all like after that. The Program and Varsity Blues. Those are the two best football movies of all time. Football movies, by the way, pale in comparison to baseball movies. Not even close. Not even close. Baseball movies blow the football movies out of the water.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.